How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the next Dungeoneering part. So, if you're watching these, I know a lot of people ask me this. Why would you want to skill, or when would you want to skill? When would you want to do combat in a dungeon? I'm actually going to show you an example of that. So, you see, I just killed at 138. As you see, my XP drop from that is quite substantial, 6,598 when you count my bonus experience in. If you're trying to raise your combat, we'll call that skilling in a dungeon. If you're trying to raise your combat while doing dungeon floors, the only enemies you're really going to want to kill is going to be the boss, and then the level 138 or whatever the max combat, the ones that you can find. For me, I am level 138, so 138 is the max that I'm going to find, and they're the only ones worth killing outside of a guardian door. But also remember, the only reason you'd want to kill these outside of a guardian door is if you specifically want some form of combat experience. If you don't care about combat experience, then do not kill any enemies that are not on a guardian door. The next thing here, as far as like your fishing, wood cutting, all that kind of stuff, what I would highly recommend is that you don't bother doing any kind of skilling except for fishing and wood cutting. The reason why is because those two methods while in dungeons have been shown to give you extremely fast EXP. So while you're in a dungeon, and I do this myself actually, I will catch the highest level things I can do. So I am at level 99 fishing, well 104, but level 99 fishing. So my max thing I can do is going to be cave morays. So when a dungeon very first starts up, all you gotta do is buy 250 feathers from the trader, which you spawn right next to him. It only takes you 2 seconds to grab 250 feathers, which is definitely worth doing. And then when you find spots like this with the cave morays or whatever the highest one you can do, you can simply sit here and get a ton of experience. As you can see, it is very fast experience. It is definitely worth doing while you're going through dungeon floors. If you are just trying to get like the max speed possible, then I guess just go ahead and avoid those. But overall, it would be in your benefit to stop and do the skilling spots for wood cutting and for fishing. For these ones right here, see blue crab is like one level below. It doesn't give me quite as good of EXP drop. I would only stop to do these if you're die-hard trying to get fishing experience. Same thing with your wood cutting. As we look at the wood cutting one for Dungeoneering, we've got all these different options. The only one that I would really stop to do is going to be the Grave Creeper tree, sorry. And I might do Ent Gallow if I'm just dying for some wood cutting experience. But overall, it's not worth it to get the ones that are like not your max level. Even if you're only doing dungeons for like your daily dungeoneering requirements, you're going to be doing quite a bit of floors, which means that if you stop and do your max skilling for wood cutting and for fishing, then by the time you max out your dungeoneering, you're going to have quite a bit of wood cutting and fishing experience, which is going to make doing that on the outside a lot easier. This is my recommendation. If you don't feel like doing any kind of skilling at all, then obviously just ignore that. Also, one other thing too I want to show you as far as that, if you do like if you have your ring switch, yep, that's the wrong one. So if you go to your ring and you click on the skiller ring, you can do the gatherer one, which the chance of extra resources when skill test damage reduction is not really that great. But right here, artesian, chance of saving resources and increasing rune production. So what this will do is it'll help you, if you want to have this on, you can make it so that you are able to get, do a certain resource longer, which would end up giving you more experience. So look into the skiller set if you're interested in doing the skilling in Dungeoneering. Also, like I have with a quick switch, I would definitely quick switch over to your other thing. Also, if you are planning on killing those 138 enemies while you're in the dungeons to get your combat experience, it would be a very, very, very good idea, and I highly recommend doing this, to level up your ring first. Even this ring right here is not all the way up, and that's because I don't really do combat in Dungeoneering myself, but I do know people who do like to do that, and all you gotta do is just hit that plus sign and then use some tokens to give yourself an upgrade. Let's see, so basically from tier 5 to tier 6, for an example here, it'd give me a 2% higher chance of hitting with a two-handed weapon. But you can look through that and pick whichever one you want. It is so worth it to buy up your upgrades early on, and then just to be able to use them throughout the entire experience of Dungeoneering. It's going to make Dungeoneering a lot more enjoyable for you. So if you're one of those people that has a hard time in dungeons, make sure you upgrade your ring. It's going to make a big difference. Okay, guys, see you guys in the next video.